Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Savior of the whole world Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Lakshmi Narasimha Swami ki jai. Radha Govinda ki jai. Tulsi Maharani ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudhiraye Nashtaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25 and Text 3. Yat vidatte Bhagavan yad vidatte Bhagavan Swachanda Atma Mayaya Swachandatma Mayaya Tani me Shaddadhanasya Kirtanyani Anukirtaya Yaddad vidatte Bhagavan Swachandatma Mayaya Tani me Shaddadhanasya Kirtanyani Anukirtaya. Swachanda Atma, full of self-desire. Atma Mayaya, by his internal potency. Tani, all of them. Me, to me. Shaddadhanasya, faithful. Kirtanyani, worthy of praise. Anukirtaya, please describe. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada. Translation. Therefore, please precisely describe all the activities and pastimes of the Personality of Godhead, who is full of self-desire and who assumes all these activities by his internal potency. Please repeat. Therefore, please precisely describe all the activities and pastimes of the Personality of Godhead, who is full of self-desire and who assumes all these activities by his internal potency. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The word Anukirtaya is very significant. Anukirtaya means to follow the description, not to create a concocted mental description, but to follow. Shaunaka Rishi requested Suta Goswami to describe what he had actually heard from his spiritual master Shukadeva Goswami about the transcendental pastimes of Lord manifested by his internal energy. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has no material body, but he can assume any kind of body by his supreme will. That is made possible by his internal energy. Dasansta Bhaktivedanta Purporto Madhyana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namavom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is Shaunaka Rishi's request to Suta Goswami. Kirtanyani Anukirtaya. Prabhupada translates very nicely. Anukirtaya, he says, precisely describe. Precisely describe all the Vidatte Bhagavan, all the activities, all the pastimes of Bhagavan, who is Swachandatma Atmamayaya. Swachandatma means he is free from anxieties and cares. He is completely free from all these anxieties that we experience in this world. And his activities are performed under Atmamaya, that is internal potency. So he is saying, Shaddadhanasya, Tanime Shaddadhanasya. They are very faithful to listen to all these descriptions, but they are asking him to describe precisely Anukirtaya. So Anukirtaya means precisely describing Krishna Tattva. Now what is this precise means? We should repeat Prabhupada words exactly as they are. Yes, they are. That is the precise description. But Prabhupada says, while repeating what we have heard from Guru, we can use our own language. We can describe in our own words, but the spirit or the meaning should be kept intact. So this is crucial. Parampara means the spirit or the precise meaning should be kept intact. This is parampara. Disciplic succession, parampara, means to retain the original spirit of the description, to retain the original meaning of the description, and can be repeated in our own words using the examples, maybe of a contemporary world or something that is relevant to the audience, but the audience should be able to get the correct understanding of the meaning. If the spirit is lost, if the meaning is lost, then parampara is considered lost. For example, Mayavadis, they also quote these shlokas as it is, they'll quote. And translations also more or less they will match. If you read their translations, they'll all match. But in their descriptions, you will see the spirit is lost. The actual original meaning is lost. So, here that's why the sages are requesting Anukirtaya. You follow your Guru Guru's the spirit of understanding, and that same thing please give it to us. Kirtanyani, because Lord's pastimes are worthy of praise. They are always glorious. So please tell us all those glorious activities of the Lord. But while performing these activities, so many activities Krishna performs, is he doing with a lot of tension and anxiety? He is saying Swachandhatma. Shavanaka Muni is saying, actually Lord is completely free from this anxiety. Here in this world, if you establish any organization, any business, the person who is running it, he will be in great anxiety. Any business owner, they will be in great anxiety. They would have established a big empire. The bigger the empire, the bigger the anxieties. And he has to take a lot of care. There will be a lot of cares, and then he is also full of anxieties. This is the the nature of this energy. If anybody works in this material energy, he may establish a big enterprise, but he will be full of anxieties. What is this source of anxiety? Why anxiety comes? Prahlad Maharaj explains, Sadha samudvignadiya asadgraha. He explains why anxiety develops. This material anxiety develops when one focuses on asat graha. Asat means something which is temporary. Everything that we see in this world is asat vastu. It is a temporary vastu. And if somebody becomes absorbed in anything temporary, then he feels anxiety. Sadha samudvigna. Udvigna mana. Udvigna dhiya. Intelligence is always disturbed. Anudvigna. So, if we focus on anything temporary, invariably we will have a lot of anxiety. For example, the big businessmen, they may be in the top 10 or top 5, the billionaires of the world. They may be very big. They're all under great anxiety nowadays. Now why is that? Because America has introduced some new system, some tariff system they have introduced. So a lot of equations are changing. In this continuously changing flux, what will happen to me? What will happen to my business? This is anxiety. As soon as one thinks of his future, what will happen, he will be in great anxiety. Living in spiritual energy means he has no cares, no anxieties. A devotee who is practicing Krishna consciousness, particularly full time, he has no anxiety about his future. He has no such calculations. He has no such material anxieties. The devotees, they take anxiety for serving and expanding Guru's mission. This is important. No anxiety doesn't mean peacefully sleeping, very peacefully sitting and sleeping or what. That is not. Anxiety cannot be removed from the spirit soul. But when one focuses on temporary things, he will feel material anxiety. And that anxiety is not good. One will not be happy if one is always harassed by material anxieties. But devotees, they take spiritual anxiety. Some anxiety we have to take, otherwise he is finished. What is the spiritual anxiety? Anxiety for attending morning sadhana program. Anxiety to chant 16 rounds offenselessly. Trying to hear the very sound that we have produced. Now this is an anxiety. And this anxiety is good. And if there is no anxiety that I have to chant and hear offenselessly, if there is no such anxiety, then again we will sleep. There won't be any active participation in hearing. See, life, you need some goal. You need something to achieve. And morning time, what is that we are supposed to achieve? We should be fully focused on sadhana. Particularly during japa, during kirtans, we have to participate fully. And particularly while doing japa, the anxiety is that yes, I have to carefully receive this sound, ensure that I hear the sound as much as possible. Every mantra, when we are hearing, how many I am able to hear? At least one word I am able to hear. Krishna, something goes inside. One Rama goes inside. This is the anxiety. Sometimes we can keep a little target. Maybe 2 Ramas and 2 Krishnas I will hear at least. If not the entire mantra. This is an anxiety. So, like the devotee, he is trying to absorb himself in whatever he is doing, and that is required. But for Krishna, there is no such, he is Swachanda Atma. There is no anxiety. For example, to maintain this entire material universes, the Lord is not in anxiety. Ordinary enterprises, some little enterprise is there, he is in so much of anxiety. I think I have quoted this many times. This we know the leading billionaire is Elon Musk, and then one day he has sent a Twitter message that I am in great anxiety and every day I take 1 depression tablet. He openly mentioned in the Twitter, in his message. Himself takes tablets for anxiety. He is the number 1 guy. He must be having great anxiety. But whereas Krishna, Swachandatma, he is enjoying with Radharani. He is enjoying with his friends in Vrindavan. The original Krishna, he never leaves Vrindavan. And all the killings are done by Krishna's expansions, Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradhumna, Anuruddha. Vasudeva Krishna who kills all these demons and all that. Krishna, he is not in anxiety, he has no such, he is always enjoying. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. This is Upanishadic version, that the Supreme Lord has nothing to do personally like that. Why? Because Parasha Shakti Vivadhaiva Shuyate. He has got multi-potencies. Innumerable energies are there, and they swabhaviki jnana balakriya cha. You want to do anything, there are 3 things required. Jnana, bala and kriya. Jnana means the knowledge or the consciousness. Bala, you need strength, particularly spiritual strength. And then kriya, you have to actually act. With these 3, something gets accomplished, something gets done. Jnana bala kriya. And it is said that swabhaviki means very naturally Krishna's energies do these three things in such a way, everything goes on perfectly. All this jnana, bala, kriya, they are all aligned with Krishna's will. Practice means, sadhana, sadhakas means, we are trying to align all these three according to Krishna's will. We know Krishna's will is that his name be spread all over. Lord Chaitanya's will is there all over the world, and the devotees are trying, but sometimes consciousness is disturbed. It is not aligning with the will. Or sometimes our strength, we are not feeling strong. That is one more. And then sometimes, although you may feel you have good consciousness, yes, Prabhu, fire, I want to chant, I want to do, still you don't take any action. There are no activities to actually do something. So, devotees we are all learning how to align these three in line with Krishna's will, Krishna's desire. We are all struggling to align ourselves. But Lord already has multi-potencies. He has got unlimited potencies, and they are all so loving that completely whatever they do, it is swabhaviki. Very naturally they do, and that is very perfect. It is very pleasing to Krishna. Perfection means pleasing to Krishna. It is not material perfection. Somebody may be doing some things very nicely, materially speaking, very artistically singing, let us say, but there is no devotion. Somebody is painting, but there is no devotion. There is no consciousness. Consciousness is thinking that, I should sell this and then make some money. Some painter painting. So, here the perfection means anukitaya. We should follow the Guru, follow the disciplic succession. This is our perfection. If you follow Prabhupada's order and then do to our best capacity, that is the perfection. In sadhaka stage, that is the perfection. So, Parashya Shakti Vividhaiva Shruyate. Krishna has got multipotence. For example, here also a big businessman, he will have a lot of secretaries and assistants. And then anything that comes to his mind, he tells his secretary, you please do that, implement this. And then he knows my secretary is so capable that I need not have to bother. There is no more anxiety in that. And the secretary carries it out. He does everything nicely. So, ordinary businessman has some few secretaries, or say Prime Minister has many ministers and secretaries and this and that. Imagine Krishna's situation. He has unlimited potencies and they are all attached to him. In fact, Lord need not have to even tell also. They know his will, they know his desire. They understand. First class servant means he knows the mind of his master. He understands what he wants. There is no need to specifically tell you do this. So, like that, Krishna has unlimited potencies. And those potencies, they work and ensure that Krishna's desire, Krishna's will is fulfilled, satisfied. For example, to run this universe, it's not that Krishna has to personally sit and manage, no. There are multi-energies are there. In fact, Krishna himself expands into various Vishnu incarnations, and those three Vishnus are directly involved in running this universal affairs. Radha Govinda ki jai. Mayavadis make a mistake and they say there is only one energy. Everywhere it's all one. There is only one energy. And that's an impersonal energy. There is only one which is going which is manifesting all these things everywhere. And whatever that one energy is manifesting, that's also illusion. It's false. Doesn't exist actually. But Shastra is saying, it's multi-energies. Parasya Shakti Vividha. Vividhaiva Shuyate. It is one sentence if they understand that there are innumerable energies. That itself is a big realization. Since there are many energies, there must be one energetic who is controlling all these energies. The many energies means there has to be someone who is whose will is being satisfied by these energies. According to Vaishnava Siddhanta, energy means a person. Energy is not Shakti, that's some kind of an impersonal thing. Energy means person. So when we say Krishna has innumerable energies, he has got innumerable assisting personalities, assisting hands, assisting energies. So they are all working to satisfy the Supreme Lord. And then Krishna, he has nothing. Natasya karyam karanam chavina. He has nothing to do. Personally has nothing to do. He simply enjoys. He is holding his flute and he enjoys with his associates. He performs innumerable pastimes, and those pastimes are all done in Atma Maya, his own personal potency. That means when Krishna appears here, he or his innumerable expansions appear here, they don't take the help of material energy. Anybody who takes help of material energy, he has to be in a great anxiety. He doesn't take. Spiritual energy, his own Atma Maya, it carries out Krishna's will automatically. He need not even tell also. This is the beauty. Once it is said that Lord Chaitanya is performing the Kirtan pastime, and then he makes innumerable groups. There are innumerable groups of Kirtan teams. And they're all started the Kirtan, they're performing the Kirtan. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as part of his Kirtan Leela, he is enjoying the bliss. He goes into ecstasy. And he forgets himself. It is said that he doesn't even remember. He doesn't, he's not in the external consciousness. And it is said that at that stage, the Atma Maya, she made some arrangement in such a way that the Lord Chaitanya is visible in each and every Kirtan team. Some people, they saw only one Lord Chaitanya enjoying the Kirtana rasa, but his intimate devotees could see that he is present in each and every Kirtan team. So the Atma Maya has made an arrangement in such a way that all the devotees felt that Mahaprabhu is with us. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in his own Kirtan team he is there. So it's not that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to tell the Atma Maya that now you do this, you expand me or you ensure that I am there in everywhere. No, nothing. This is the way Atma Maya works. Understands the mood of the Lord, his desire, even before the Lord can express it. And then it completes the job. But in material world, this material energy is such a way, to complete the job, you have to take so much of endeavor. At the end of that hard work, so much of endeavor, manasastan indriyani karshati, you have to work so hard, then only in the end you will see some result, some manifestation, something will come up. See, this is the difference between these two energies. Prabhupada explains all these examples in the one lecture that he gives. So Krishna or his expansions like Kapila, they are never under material energy. So that's why Prabhupada is saying here, Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, has no material body, but he can assume any kind of body by his supreme will. Just he has to will, that's all. He can assume any form. And that is made possible by his internal potency. So this is the Supreme Lord's unlimited potency. He can assume any form and any number of forms, and he is Swachandatma. All those forms are all Swachandatma. They have no anxieties, there are no cares, and they enjoy their leelas in Atmamayaya by their own energy. So these are all very important. If the Krishna Tattva is not understood, we will not be able to develop Shraddha Dhanasya. Faith is not possible. If Krishna's potencies are not understood, Krishna is not understood. For example, when we are chanting, if you don't understand that the sound is an incarnation of the Lord, Krishna has come in this form of this sound, to give association to me, to give a chance to render transcendental devotional service to him. If you have no faith that Krishna has come to you in the form of this Shraddha, that Shraddha is not there, then our chanting will not be perfect. If that consciousness is not there. Consciousness begins with jnana. One has to read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, the scriptures one has to read nicely and internalize them. That forms the consciousness, that forms the background for our dealing with the Lord who is there now. So Prabhupada explains that as soon as we chant, we are in personal association of the Supreme Lord. And such a great opportunity to render service. If you chant one mantra, you are rendering one service. And you clean one plate, you are rendering one service. You are building one temple, you are rendering one service. But here, you can render so many services. So much service you can do. Go on chanting, chanting, chanting. Of course, because it is absolute, all the services that we do to build a temple, to wash a plate, to keep everything clean, every step is a service. Everything is accepted by Krishna. The consciousness should be there. Background consciousness should be there for all our activities. Maya arpita mano buddhi. Krishna is demanding that we should give our mind and buddhi, our consciousness to Krishna while doing services. So this is the so here we see that anybody who serves Krishna purely, he will also become Swachandatma, like Prabhupada. He has no anxiety for maintenance, for his own bodily maintenance or his maintenance for his devotees. There is no such. But both Krishna and his devotees, his pure devotees, they have one anxiety, and that is for us. How to bring these conditioned living entities back to their sense, back to their original consciousness. That anxiety is there, and that is out of love. Krishna, out of his love, he becomes anxious and comes down in various rupas, various incarnations, and in order to rescue the living entities. So that's how he comes as Lord Chaitanya, he comes as holy name, he comes as deity, he comes in the form of a book, he comes in innumerable forms to create that awareness in us. So if the devotees with a lot of Shraddha, they take advantage of these various incarnations of the Lord under the direction of Prabhupada, then he will also become perfect and free from all material cares and anxieties. Any questions? Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad